Once again, no one can escape Rhea Ripley's vortex of suck. Let's get into it. The build to Liv Morgan and Io Sky's title match at Saturday Night Main Event has been filthy, and not in a good way. They have an actual title match, but you wouldn't know it. Partially because there have been no promos to build the match, and barely any fights, but mostly because Rhea Ripley's Vortex of Suck completely overshadowed the match since her return. Io won the number one contendership on Monday Night Raw in Saudi Arabia, but ever since then, the conversation has been about War Games and Rhea, Rhea, Rhea. This is the same Rhea who couldn't sell a quote unquote major injury for more than 2 weeks. The same Rhea Ripley who hijacked Bianca Belair's War Games team to make it her own, and the same Rhea who just had to pin Liv to win War Games instead of the actual number one contender. During the build to War Games, Io nor Liv could address their upcoming match. And when Io and Liv started fighting on this past Raw, guess who decided to show up? For someone who doesn't like anyone in her business, Rhea sure has no problem jumping into Io's. Io and Liv's match could have been a great way to start to have other women challenging Liv. But instead, we have to deal with the looming shadow that is Rhea Ripley. What was the point of making Io the number one contender if they weren't going to put any effort into it? Why make Io the number one contender if they were just going to make everything about Rhea for the millionth time? Compare the build of Liv versus Io to Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. Cody and Kevin's story has been building for months, so much so that it skipped a PLE to maximize the build. There has been fights, promos, and the use of social media. Even Finn Balor versus Gunther, while not having months to build, has developing stories attached to it, such as Gunther's self-doubt and Finn Balor's friction with Dominic Mysterio. And that's not even including a possible Judgment Day implosion. But Liv and Io get none of that. Liv deserved to have a title reign that just wasn't focused on one person. Io deserved to be built as a legit challenger for the title. And as much as some people want Io to win the title, does anyone think she has an actual chance? On Raw, we might get some sort of promo or fight between Io and Liv, but it feels too little, too late. I'll be back for more, but for now, I'm just saying